Well, it's Thursday, July 5th, about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm out here at Evergreen Sky Ranch. Gonna try flying. Finally got my new props. And now I'm going to try flying. I've added some things to the... You can see the mirrors I put on. Hopefully those will help me see if the wing's coming up straight. Put this little shroud here to catch the dew. I'm kind of doubtful about how well that's going to work. And then I have this little attachment. Not in a good place to see it. Just a minute. Right there. Put an altimeter on. Hope it stays on. I'm going to wrap it around something, the string on it, so it should be okay. Got a nice clear field today, essentially zero wind. The wings all set. Motor's been warmed up. There won't be any pictures of me taking off because there's no one here to take pictures. So I'm hoping that once I'm up, maybe I could take some pictures with my phone. Good luck to me. Well, I did it. I flew for about 45 minutes. Flew from here to Enumclaw, which is about 6 miles and back. I landed successfully. No broken props. I decided I wouldn't try to take my phone out of my pocket because I was afraid I'd drop it 500 feet in the air. So, yay! My first solo flight with no help from a instructor. Well, here I am back home. It's still Thursday, about 8:30. I had no trouble putting the paraglider and the wing away. Really appreciate Tom Jensen helping me. He went and got my car. I landed a lot shorter than I expected, as I'll tell you in a minute. I got the new props last week. About Wednesday of last week, so a week and a day ago. And of course I was anxious to use them. So the next day I went out to the Evergreen Sky Ranch, and I didn't get the wing out. It was threatening rain, so I just wanted to put it all together. It's been so long since I'd had it together, and I thought I would just taxi around, and I ended up taxiing about 2 miles around the runway a couple of times. And actually it's pretty rough. The thing really isn't made to roll along the ground that much. It's just that it's got wheelbarrow wheels, and they're not terribly bouncy, and they can't go flat because they don't have any air in them. They have a little hollow core, I think, but they can't. They're pretty bumpy. So then this morning, as I said, I was out there. I got up at 5 in the morning because I wanted to be out there when the wind was basically non-existent, and that worked. It was a little hazy out there. I had one failed takeoff attempt. I forgot how hard I had to punch that throttle to get that wing up out of the prop wash. Mirrors didn't help me that much. I think I'm going to have to move one of them up to the front, right above the front wheel, because they're too far back to really show me what the wing's doing behind me. So anyway, second try, wasn't pretty, but I got up in the air, and like I said, I got off the ground really well. The thing worked really well. Flew for a long time, no trouble steering. So familiar with the terrain around here that I knew exactly where I was the whole time. I basically flew from almost to the Green River Gorge over to Enumclaw. Basically, I turned just before I got to the airport, turned around, went back, and managed to descend and land okay. It was kind of hard for me to know how far I was going to glide. I had to figure that out. I actually came down faster than I wanted. Ended up landing almost before I got to the landing strip part of the grassy area they have there. So it was a little harder than I wanted, but that'll get better with practice. I just had a really great time. I, like I said, I didn't feel comfortable trying to take my phone out of my pocket. I was afraid kind of sitting in this seat that I would get caught on something and fall out of my hand. So I just decided it wasn't worth it. Nice view of Mount Rainier while I was flying. It was a little hazy, but not too bad. I basically flew from 6:30 till about 7:20. Landed. I got back to my house about 8:30, and then I went to the National Cemetery and played for 7 services this afternoon. Met up with some ladies who were buying some of Janine's old dog equipment, and came home. It was a good day, and I'm very encouraged that I was able to do it successfully, and I have no reason to think I can't do it successfully again, and only get better at it. So I'm very happy with that. I don't know when I'll be doing it next. The winds kind of come up now again, so we'll see when the right conditions come up again. And besides, I want to work on that mirror location before I do it again. Bye.